Brigadier General Harold Udokwere last weekend at his residence in Sunshine Estate, Abuja. This gang of 6 robbers, who allegedly killed the general, were caught through intelligence 2 days after the incident that cut short his life. The suspects, paraded by the FCT Commissioner of Police, Bennett Igwe, are among other criminal elements paraded for various offences at the command headquarters.
I assured the family yesterday that we are going to get the killers by the grace of God. Today and now, I want to inform you that we have gotten the killers of retired Brigadier General Udokwere Harold.
He reiterated that they are determined to fight criminals in the FCT with all the vigor it deserves. The Commissioner of Police says the remaining 2 suspects at large will be apprehended. Some women suspected to supply food and other basic needs to criminals in the forest and an escapee from the Kuje prison are among those paraded.
There are some kidnappers that we have been looking for. We have been to Gauraka in Niger State, Gauraka Forest in Niger State. We have been to Gidandogo Forest in Kaduna State. We have been to Kuyeri Forest in Kaduna State. We have been to Kagaruko Forest and Mountains in Kaduna State. We have been to Sadana Forest in Nasarawa, where we went to chase these kidnappers and in their territory, in their camps, and we have confidently dislodged them.
The CP called on residents of the FCT to cooperate with the police so that these crimes can be prevented so as to avoid unnecessary loss of lives. In Abuja, Asebe Williams, Nta News.
Similarly, Commissioner of Police FCT Bennett Igwe again has cautioned residents and Nigerians alike on the new trend and mode of kidnapping by suspected syndicates. The FCT police boss made the revelation in an exclusive interview with the Nigerian Television Authority. Security correspondent Onoti Yakubu brings us details.
They are soft targets with the new modus operandi as service providers such as caterers, medical workers, and general job seekers. Commissioner of Police Bennett Igwe explained that the syndicates will advertise for upcoming events and even establishment of companies that will involve victims applying and negotiating prices for the services. The very senior police officer added that the suspects, in some situations, will send advance payment to convince victims of their genuinity.
They will tell you that the event is so area. So when you reach there, they will pay you. They will send you small money to convince you that they are genuine. So once you agree, they will send you, they will tell you to come. Once you come, they will pay you everything you need. So, and people will move. You will apply. They will agree. All of you will agree. Any price you put, they will argue, like say, yes. So when people are not agree a price, they will send you some money. When they send you some money, you believe that is true. So they will bring bus, or they ask you to hire bus. When you come, they will pay you everything. Either they bring bus or they will ask you to hire bus. So on the way, they will kidnap you, all of you.
CP Ben Igwe similarly revealed a new development in the activities of one-chance robbers and kidnappers in the FCT. These 2 were arrested following thorough investigation and tracking. The four-man syndicate, who are on the command's wanted list, specialize in using carburetor and choke cleaner to sedate their unsuspecting victims and commuter to state of unconsciousness before robbing or kidnapping them.
The dragging was too much. So the dragging...
Is it drag or beating the girl?
Yes, the girl was dragged with steering first. She's trying to open door, but she have already tried the first one. She succeeded. She will lock the door. Other people have already been seeing what happened. She's shouting. That is the reason why he used this on her to calm her down. So,
I'm a kidnapping, but I never hide anybody from my life before, and I have no one has died for this my very hand, before.
So as soon as the vehicle comes and all of you move, that's the chemical they used to use. They will do like say they are cleaning the what do they call it, the dashboard of the vehicle. They will spray it as if to say they want everybody to start sleeping. Before you know it, all of you are kidnapped. So I want to warn residents of FCT to be wary of this type of people.
The police advised residents to avoid boarding cabs with tinted glasses from isolated areas, be extra security conscious, and above all, board vehicles at designated parks. In Abuja, Onotu Yakubu, NTA News.
Times, especially developments coming from these unsafe behaviors, like the use of trailers to convey passengers. The Corps introduced some key safety initiatives to tackle this menace. One of these is the result-oriented efforts that have been directed towards effective collaboration.
Workers could not get to the bus stations, while those who made it to the bus stops were unable to get vehicles easily to commute to their various destinations. Serafina Okon-Umekwe was out in the rain.
The Nigerian Meteorological Agency (NIMET) Weather Outlook released Saturday forecast in some parts of the country, including Abuja, that Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday mornings would experience a heavy downpour.
Federal Secretariat, we've seen some civil servants who were not aware of the prediction that there's going to be rains today, Tuesday, and of course Wednesday. Said they would have prepared for it very well. They left their homes without any form of coverage. And also, they're actually making their way through to the office despite the rains.
But I'm already wet. I have to run down from far. So you can see that.
People are also complaining of commercial drivers taking advantage of the rains to increase their fares. When you think affordable food for as cheap as 500 naira or 1,000 naira, is Wole Olanipekun Avenue at the Central Business District. Now, this community houses food vendors from every culture, every tribe. But the thing is, it's a rainy Monday, and the people are saying it is not funny that, you know, the sales are not even for.
Good evening, glad to have you join us.
Thanks for joining us on Weekly News Wrap.
Thank you very much for having me.
And it is on that note we welcome you to today's edition of the program.
I will celebrate creativity, lasting impressions.
There's no book stating that this is the role for men.
The latest station, Nta Channel 5, Abuja.
Would say have a lovely day.
Nigerian and French governments are collaborating on the training of teachers of French language in 10 public schools in the FCT. Hadiza Godwin Ebune, who was at the FCT Education Resource Center venue of the training program, reports that the initiative is in line with a new project being implemented in Nigeria, with about 5 states in the country as beneficiaries.
Fun Equipe France is the title of the training project. The facilitator, Henry Feitimi, says the idea is reserved for teachers of French as a foreign language whose mother tongue is not French.
Nigeria is surrounded by francophone countries, so when it comes to bringing out better quality in pupils and students in Nigeria, we see that it is imperative that we are able to communicate with our neighbors and also to produce graduates who will be able to fit in well.
Participants described the program as innovative as it will deepen their knowledge of
French is also one of the important language among them. And with French language, even after you study another course, it's an added advantage to you. With the French language, even after you study other course, you can still work in the United States Embassy.
The facilitator, Mr. Fei, made us understand that it's not right to teach French language using English language. And I was one of those that really argued with him that this is not our language. We have to speak English to help the children to understand.
City Education Resource Center, Nta Abdurrahim, while addressing the French teacher, says the language is an asset crucial to fostering trade and cultural relations within Africa and also internationally. Hadiza Godwin Ebune, NTA News.
Still talking education, as the basic education certificate examination is coming to an end, authorities of the Federal Capital Territory Education Resource Center on tour of schools. Director FCT ERC Nta Abdurrahim says,
Monitoring the conduct of the examination, Director FCT Education Nta Abdurrahim says the essence of monitoring is to ensure that everything is in place. The GSS 3 students said the method of the examination has prepared them for a higher class.
The NECA exam is not really hard because I know I've studied hard, and also everything is going easy because nobody's cheating and everything is fine, so it's going easy.
I know all the papers I've been writing is very easy, and God have been helping me. I've been able to answer all the questions, so through that I believe God will help.
Subject, which has just been reintroduced to all secondary schools curriculum.
I think it's easier than I expected. I read hard, and the one that came out, at least the one that came out, I was able to answer them well.
FCT
is aimed at creating more platforms that will help identify and nurture as a succession plan for aging athletes.
This is a junior category. In Nigeria, we don't have much junior categories. And now, if we must represent Nigeria in junior
now, it will lead us to the level we want to reach. Though we are still learning in the north.
Now, if we keep on doing this, it means that while the older athletes are retiring, developments like this will help younger ones to replace the older ones. So I'm very excited.
I'm actually acting on behalf of my principal, which is Prince Sule Iko Sadiq Sami, and Dr. Chukwudi Dimka. Those are the major sponsors for this event.
The two-day championship witnessed the participation of 4 states and the FCT, with athletes throwing challenges in the singles and group male and female categories, which produced winners and medalists.
I fought in the minus 53 kg and I won my 2 rounds, like my 2 fights, the first one and the second one.
My passion and vision why I came to teach karate was to train a little child of 3 years who will grow up to keep representing Nigeria at age 15, 16, 20.
In Abuja, Abdullah Hajia, NTA News.
Let's now join the Sports Desk for Sports Brief.
The